What's going on with your big homies? And good morning. At least it's good morning on my end. If you're looking at from another part of the world or time, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Now, let's go ahead and get right on jump off with some of this good anime new content. So, as we know, probably everybody knows now, Naruto has came to Fortnite, and I think this is a big move for Fortnite. I mean, I know Fortnite just likes to, I won't even say stay relevant because Fortnite is going to be relevant for a cool minute. But adding Naruto in, especially for the younger generation coming through who might not have watched the OG Naruto or who's just now watching Boruto and doesn't understand the significance of Naruto, I think this is a way to at least introduce them to the characters. They don't have their full backstories, but honestly, not many people are really excited about it. Like if we scroll down here to the comments for this tweet, you know, the man said this makes me feel sick if I'm honest. Games that dire they need to add characters from everywhere else to make it appealing to people. Now again, even the commenter down there below has said that yeah, no, Fortnite has been popular, which it has been. Even me in my old age know that Fortnite is, legit for its, people playing it. I honestly have never played Fortnite, and I don't think I really am, but I can see the significance of Fortnite in gaming, and in media. So, Fortnite is not the worst thing that could have happened, and it's making a lot of money. Now we keep scrolling through. They was like saying, "Bro, are you fucking serious right now?" It's like, and they don't care what people think. Epic and the owners of Naruto will be flowing on money later on today. I mean, it's true. I mean, money is to be made from this, and this is just a big money move and push to bring two popular things together to, make more money. And if people enjoy the content, they're going to continue to put stuff like this, whether it's right or it is wrong. Let's check some more comments. They say, "Oh my God, we're going to reach a timeline where Evangeline is in Fortnite, aren't we?" Um, that might be a stretch, and I say that because the topic matter and the type of media that Evangeline is very deep, and I don't think it belongs in Fortnite. But then again, what do I know? They could switch it up and put it in there. I don't think anybody wants to be depressed playing Fortnite, right? So hey, for all my Fortnite players, how this relates to anime news, obviously Naruto is included. So if you want to go out there and play with some Fortnite with Naruto characters, you know, do what you gotta do. Now this is funny. Fortnite players shall know pain. If you're able to do an almighty push in Fortnite, I think that's like a cheat code. That shouldn't even be done. That shouldn't even be done. But hey, like I said, if you like it, enjoy it, pick it up, and go ahead and jump in. Got this little small trailer, with our favorite Naruto characters, Sasuke, Kakashi, Sakura, Naruto himself. And of course, he's not joining the fight because he's eating ramen. All right, so next on the topic of the list, we're going to talk about Cowboy Bebop. So it hasn't came out yet. The only people that have seen it, it has been, news outlets, media personnel, for the magazines and the social media stuff. But an average tomato meter of 42%. This is low. This is extremely low. And honestly, I was hoping the best. And if the meter is low for media and news, personnel, then I hate to see what happens when it comes out for the audience. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier about doing justice to animes when they're live action. I'm not saying you can never produce a live action anime. I'm not saying that it's not going to be the future, or people are not going to do it. But it's about doing it correctly. It's about good storytelling, pacing, adding characters in that support the story. You know, that's the type of stuff that we want to see. And from what we see right here, people are not happy about it. Let's click in. So let's go ahead and read some of these. Let me see. And as I said, the Mary Sue of all things, right? It's a shame because I really do feel like this could have been a pretty solid adaptation. 2.5 out of 5. The original Bebop is improfessional and in a little bit abstract. It has moments and flow and feels alive. The Netflix adaptation is like a robot playing jazz. All the notes are there more or less, but they're not playing with feeling. And again, because we all know the vibe of Cowboy Bebop. It has this lo-fi, jazzy, stylistic vibe, cool characters. You have the future tech, guns, smoking. It's just it's a mellow vibe that upbeats with the action, but it's the type of vibe where you can see yourself in the world and just having a cocktail, having a smoke, and then a gunfight breaks out, and then you just stylishly whip out a pistol and shoot what you gotta shoot while still drinking. Like, that's the type of vibe that Cowboy Bebop has. And honestly, from the trailers that we've seen, at least I've seen on YouTube, it doesn't really seem to have that vibe. I mean, I see the stylistic aspect that they was trying to go with, and it kind of is there, but it's lacking, I think, in fundamentals that make the anime so much more than just a noir. It's a futuristic noir that has great characters, that has great character backstories, and it builds upon something that people wanted to see and watch, and that's why it became one of the most popular animes in the world, especially when it first came out. Let's keep scrolling. Let me see. So, and it is not to say that it didn't have any pluses, as we see. As Cowboy Bebop figures itself out, it proves to be an excellent vehicle for star John Cho's charisma and range. So at the 47 percent Rotten Meter that was at, a 45% Rotten Meter is at, it's not zero. So people did enjoy it, but they're on the latter end facing a tidal wave of negativity. As the season continues, Cowboy Bebop becomes an imbalanced mixture of successful innovations and tedious experiments. There are good and very visual ideas, but the execution never quite lives up to its intentions. The new Bebop looks singular but feels generic. It recites the melody of its predecessors but can't find the same rhythm. So again, it's about maintaining what was already done and putting it into live action. Are we expecting the same, flying ships? Are we expecting the same, cyborgs and animatronics and stuff like that? Honestly, not really. It's live action. There's only so much you can do, trying to turn a live action anime based off of an anime where things are very futuristic. Tech is above and beyond. The characters have the quirkiness behind them that not a lot of people in real life have. But at the end of the day, you got to get as close to the adaptation as possible, So I think that's what is lacking in this series. This is what's lacking. And I think a lot of these reviewers are feeling that. Here's one, for somebody that liked it. Cowboy Bebop reviews it different from the anime while retaining the spirit of the original and its characters and their stories. So being different is okay. Adding stuff is okay. You just have to have a coherent, fluid story. Do not change up the characters so much that literally you do not know who they are, or they're doing things that wouldn't make sense to that type of character. You're adding depth to something that's already deep and you're trying to make it deeper. Well, eventually you're going to hit the bottom eventually, and you're just start piling stuff that doesn't need to be there in your live action, adaptation. So it will make no sense for you to add certain things or take away certain things from that character, and you have, diehard fans that's scratching their head like, oh, this is kind of different. Let's see. A smart showrunner would have positioned this show as a complement to the anime rather than a lifeless remake of elements the original show already did so much better. So again, that's what I'm saying. If you wanted to add things to this, it kind of would have been fine. You just have to be faithful to the original. That's what's kind of getting these live action animes caught up in themselves, is janky storyline, having characters that don't even match the vibe of what was going on in the anime, taking away certain key features and artwork. Now, if we're talking about live action anime artwork, you can say Death Note or the Bleach live action, the graphics and the CGI and stuff like that. I mean, not saying they were terrible, but let's face it, you're trying to make a hollow and, try to do spiritual pressure in live action. Yeah. Cowboy Bebop is a tad bit different though, because we have movies that kind of fit that same mode, not the same storyline, kind of fits that same mode. First thing that comes to my mind is Blade Runner, right? But let's continue. Netflix live action Cowboy Bebop can't this stuff together. Why bother with this when the original anime is on Netflix? Netflix much hype and much anticipate go at Cowboy Bebop has a lot going for, yet stumbles where it's supposed to cruise with instead of claiming the bullseye. So again, I think if we can continue to read this all day, but I think the main takeaway from this is that at the end of the day, people are saying that they got close to what they was trying to do, but they just did not grasp, that full, handle on what the anime encompasses, the spirit of it, the actual technicalities and the thoughtfulness behind the anime. And the live action is very bland in a sense. It just has, you have the characters, you have the character names, you even have the dog, you have all this stuff in there, but it's not really capturing anything. And this is for the OG fans. Now, for the newer fans who have never seen Cowboy Bebop, because it is a relatively older anime, this might be a good introduction. Be like, hey, what is this? And then make you go watch the anime again, or, watch it for the first time. That's cool. But when you come out with shows and movies from OG times and you're trying to update them, I don't know what it is about gatekeeping, saying, oh, this is not meant for you, you're an old head, all this stuff like that. These are the people who's going to come and watch your stuff. If somebody came out with a OG Power Ranger, whatever, they all got back together, except for, that one guy, may he rest in peace. You got Jason, Tommy, Kimberly, all them back together. I will watch that because that's something from my childhood. So it's supposed to be made for everybody. Will you have a select few people that might not like it because it's not true to the faith of what it was back then? Of course. Are you going to have people complain? Of course. But at least do something where you're bringing the audience together. Media, anime, video games, movies, music, all these things like that bring people together. Sound brings people together. Music has no gatekeep. Music has no religion. Music is a production of sound, talent, and art that needs to be shared. And if you cannot share it with everybody, then what is kind of the point of you making it? You want people to listen to it if you put it out there for it to be listened to or watched or read, so hey, All right, so let's jump into our final thing right here. Now, scrolling back up. All right, so who all remembers Eureka 7? Who remembers that time and place? I used to watch it on Toonami. Now, for all my old heads that used to watch this anime, they're coming out with the third part of the movie. Now, there was a timeline. Like back in the day, I didn't know that there was an actual timeline. I mean, I knew that there was the original anime, and I knew they had a follow-up anime afterwards to kind of show what happens after the first anime had ended. But I didn't know that there was a prequel movie, an in-between movie, and now this right here, High Evolution movie, is supposedly the final thing that is happening. So this movie is coming out, and it's going to pretty much end it. The release footage was available for free on YouTube. Shows the movie's opening battle sequence and give viewers a preview of the story's increased tension. Set in the year after the conclusion of the previous film, which saw the virtual world created by the alien entity known as Scab Coral merged with the real world. Eureka 7 shows the show population divided into the green Earth and blue Earth. So here at the end of the day, if you follow the story's timeline, most of everything that was happening in anime is already done. This is just kind of what are we doing afterwards and continue on the story. So, hey, this anime movie might be something that people want to pick up and watch. It's something that, for us old heads, if you want to watch it, to kind of wrap up this anime, and hopefully people enjoy it. Hopefully it does well. Let me see. Does it say when it comes out? Let me see. I'm looking for it. Okay, here we go. So, High Evolution will debut in Japan in November 26th, in the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, sometime since 2022. All right. So, as we know, hopefully our Japanese anime lovers will enjoy it. And when it comes over here, if you want to watch it, I hope y'all enjoy it too, and rewatch the OG session too. To get a little bit of that flavor. So this will wrap this up on here. Just want to do a quick little anime update and see what's going on with the Cowboy Bebop movie. If you like my content, please like and subscribe, and I will be here to bring you some more information. Peace out, big homies.